You don't choose where you begin. The document that decides your fate was written before you were born. A loyalty record, tracing your family back 3 generations. Your grandfather's devotion to the party, or his doubt. That file is called your songbun. It already knows what you're allowed to become. Level 1. The hostile class. Your grandfather said the wrong thing in 1958. You weren't born yet, but you're paying for it. The population is divided into 3 classes: hostile, wavering, core. You are hostile, the bottom. 27% of the country lives here with you. You live in the outer provinces, far from Pyongyang, far from food. Your ration card gives you 200 grams per day on a good month. Some months there's no distribution at all. You cannot move cities without permission. You cannot attend university. You cannot hold any government position. Every door upward is legally closed before you knock. You work. You attend mandatory political sessions. Survival is not weakness here. It is the only rational strategy. Level 2. The wavering class. Your family has no particular sin, but no record of loyalty either. You are wavering. 45% of the country. Farmers, factory workers, low-level technicians. People caught between punishment and reward. You have slightly more food, slightly less fear, but fear is never fully absent here. You have one thing the hostile class doesn't: a path. If your child serves cleanly in the military, if your family accumulates 10 years without a black mark, your songbun can move. Not quickly, but it can move. This is the regime's most important achievement, not the nuclear weapons, not the surveillance, the hope. Carefully rationed, mathematically slim, but real enough to keep you compliant. You believe in it, or you perform believing in it. The regime doesn't distinguish between the two. Level 3. The core class. Your family has a clean record going back to the founding. You are core, the trusted third. Your ration is larger, your housing is better. Your children can apply for university. You know the famines happen. You know the camps exist. You know the outside world lives differently because state television accidentally reveals it in the things it condemns. You don't say any of this out loud. You attend your sessions with practiced enthusiasm. You report suspicious behavior when required, not because you are cruel, because the system has made reporting so normalized it no longer feels like betrayal. That is the regime's real product, not missiles, not propaganda. People who have fully internalized the rules without being forced to think about them anymore. Level 4. The party member. You applied at 19. The screening took 2 years. They interviewed your neighbors, reviewed your family file, watched how you behaved when you thought no one was watching. You passed. 3 million members in a country of 26 million. You are now in the top 12%. Better job, better apartment, priority food distribution. Your children's school placements improve automatically. But the privileges come with weight. 4 mandatory political sessions per week. You are now responsible for reporting ideological deviation in your work unit, incorrect thoughts, private complaints, jokes about the leadership. You are part of the surveillance infrastructure now, not watching from outside, embedded inside it. You have more to lose than ever before, which means you are more afraid than ever before. You become very good at reading rooms, at knowing which conversations are safe. Level 5. The local cadre. You run something now, a neighborhood unit, a factory floor, a local government office. You control food distribution records. You sign travel permits. You report to the county committee above and manage citizen units below. You are the human face of the regime for several hundred people. This is also one of the most dangerous positions in the entire system. You are personally accountable for everything in your district. Quotas not met? Your fault. Ideological incident? Your fault. Someone attempts to defect? Your fault. A cadre in the next district didn't report his brother's black market trading. That cadre is now in a labor camp. You think about him often. You report everything. You meet your quotas by whatever means required. You falsify records when the alternative is admitting failure. Everyone above you knows the records are partially falsified. The entire information architecture of North Korea runs on this shared fiction. Reality would be too dangerous to report. Level 6. The Pyongyang elite. You live in Pyongyang now. Wide boulevards, metro stations with chandeliers, electricity most hours of the day. Only the most loyal, most vetted citizens are permitted here. Pyongyang is a showcase. That is its purpose. You have a refrigerator, a television, your children attend the best schools in the country. You have also traveled internationally on state business. You have seen foreign cities. You have walked streets where people say what they think. You have seen supermarkets. You have processed the gap between that world and this one. And you have come back every time because your family is here, because your privileges are here, because defecting doesn't mean freedom. It means the destruction of everyone connected to you. The gap lives inside you quietly. You get very good at not looking directly at it. Level 7. The Military General. You command tens of thousands of soldiers, 1.2 million active personnel, fourth largest military in the world. You have rank, a vehicle, a staff, and a level of comfort most North Koreans cannot conceptualize. But you operate inside the most politically surveilled institution in the country. Kim Jong-un has purged more senior military officials than any other leadership category. His own uncle was executed in 2013. His half-brother was assassinated in a Malaysian airport in 2017. Nobody is safe based on rank alone. Political officers are embedded in every unit. Their job is specifically to report on your ideological reliability. You don't give orders without considering how they'll be reported upward. You don't socialize without knowing someone in the room is reporting the conversation. You call Kim Jong-un the Marshal. You say his name with the correct expression. Level 8. The Inner Circle. There are perhaps 50 people here, possibly fewer. You implement decisions. You are the mechanism between Kim Jong-un's will and the country's reality. You know the real figures, not the reported ones, for food production, weapons development, foreign currency. You know which officials are under investigation. You know the prison camp intake numbers. This knowledge is your value. It is also your trap. You cannot leave. A defector from your level would be the most significant intelligence event in decades. Every foreign agency on Earth would pay anything for your debrief. Kim Jong-un knows this. Your family's comfort is a reward. Their vulnerability is a leash. You have everything. You are completely owned. These two facts are the same fact. Level 9. The Supreme Leader. You inherited a country at 27, educated partly in Switzerland. You had eaten at Western restaurants, watched NBA basketball. You understood the outside world better than almost anyone in your government. You chose to continue the system anyway, not because you didn't understand the alternative, because you understood power, and the system concentrates it at the top with an efficiency no reform could preserve. You have ordered executions, publicly. The message is not cruelty. The message is certainty. Nobody doubts what happens to disloyalty. You watched what happened to Gaddafi when he surrendered his weapons. You watched Saddam Hussein. The nuclear program is not aggression. It is the lesson of history, the guarantee that no foreign power calculates intervention as viable. It is working. No one has intervened. At this level, power is not something you hold. It is something you are. The portraits on every wall, the name on every mountain, the tears on every news anchor's face. But you cannot fully trust anyone. Every person in every room is performing loyalty. You have eliminated threats so many times that the definition of threat has expanded to include anyone capable of becoming one. The most powerful person in North Korea is also the most isolated. That is not a contradiction. That is the point.